So I decided to try out my luck with hardcore, more specifically the ultra hardcore add-on. This means there's no health bars, I can't see the enemy's level or if they are elite or not. My screen also turns darker the lower health I am, which makes keeping track of my surroundings that much harder in hectic battles. But since that is already way too easy, I put up an additional challenge that I named the Red Mage challenge. I can only use fire spells. This means no blink, no frost nova, no ice block, not even arcane intellect, and pretty much no other utility or defensive spells that might help me get out of hairy situations at some point, and pretty much defines the mage class. Additionally, to fit the theme, I will only be wearing red items, and if I ever want to use a wand, it will have to be a fire damage wand, which in the early levels is pretty hard to come by. So that means we're gonna be naked. I'm not weird, it's a challenge. We're gonna keep the staff just because it has this red ribbon on it. I was also thinking about adding the rule that I can't use any beverages or food that isn't made with heat. The only problem is almost every type of food is made with heat in the game, but no drink is made with heat. So I think there is wine at level 30, but that's about it. To not make this challenge a waiting simulator until our mana is back, we will keep drinking, but we cannot use conjure water or food, so that's also a thing. This was all streamed on twitch.tv/Varian, so if you want to see me do this challenge live, follow me there and join the Discord to be notified whenever I go live. I appreciate every one of you guys that show up in my Twitch chat. I blasted through the beginning quests of killing the vermins and workers and farming the wolf meat for another quest. Northshire gave me the time to adjust myself to the game and my new UI for the near future. I had never played with this add-on before, so having no health bars and not seeing the level of the enemies really made every battle a guessing game. Here we also got into the first difficult decision to make when it comes to this challenge. Chat, does this count as red? How far off the spectrum can we go? I might say this is red, because it's orangey. So it's pretty close, right? Cynic, since you're new here, do you count this as red? Ignore the booty cheeks. Just, is this red for you? Definitely a shade of red. That's all I needed to hear. Do we allow these gloves? I don't think these gloves are red enough. Yeah, it looks more like a red accent. Yeah, that's what I would have said. So throw that shit out. I'm really interested how much hate I will get from the people in my groups when I don't give them drinks or arcane intellect. I'm pretty sure I will just get kicked out instantly. But before a scenario like this happens, we need to get around level 20 first to get into our first dungeon, which is still far out of my reach for now. I killed the Defiers gang for their bandanas, got back Millie's harvest, and put an end to Garrick Padfoot's reign over Northshire. I really don't know how much HP I have. It is scary. What do you mean wielding a cat is definitely above? I mean, it is above as long as he doesn't lay like a... You're seeing how he lays? What is this? I then quickly made my way over to Goldshire, where the real danger would wait, as the Fargo Deep Mines is known to be one of the most dangerous areas for the early levels, and since I was now gonna make my way over to Stormwind to disable the permanent Onyxia buff, I was about to be even weaker than I already was. This was also the moment when I realized how I can cheat in this little challenge and still get arcane intellect without actually using it myself. This is a little glitch in my challenge. If I find another mage, he could give me arcane intellect. That's the only way I can obtain arcane intellect. Just run around spamming buff me, please. Might actually have to do that. Once I made my way back from Stormwind, I straight up went to the mines and got instantly rewarded with a sick armor piece. My boy said Red Mage like this is Final Fantasy. I was debating whether I call it Fire Mage or Red Mage, but Fire Mage sounds boring. You know what I mean? This will be... Oh, there's a chest. We need to get that chest. Definitely a red wand inside there. Give me the chest. We need a fire wand. Fire damage wand, please. We got red gloves. That's definitely red. That's red enough. I really don't want to go in, but I think we might have to go in. Oh boy, everything's respawning. I didn't want to mess around inside the mines for too long, so I quickly went in, got the scouting quest, and got out. We could also add an extra rule that we can only use red bags. If we get red linen bags, only those we can use. I hope there's other red bags in the game besides the red linen bags. I think there's wool bags as well, but that's about it. Onyxia's bag is red. True, but I need to get there first. I think if I am able to get into Onyxia, I am pretty much done with the challenge. I don't think I will be raiding on a red mage. What would I do in Molten Core? I was almost done and could finally leave this place when a paladin just came up to me and catcalled me. In hardcore. What the f is happening here? Why am I... I'm being catcalled in-game. You should pay for this view. I don't know how this works. I'm just gonna trade. I cannot trade him. I'm self-found. Damn. Hustlers don't pay. I could have abused that. Anyways, I then went over to the farms, killed a few boars for their meat, played mailman for 2 lovers, and then it was time to fight the scariest mobs in all of hardcore. Murlocs. These damn fish people can kill you even if you just breathe the wrong way, so I was all tensed up this entire time until I got hit on once again. Naked Mage, Poggers, and then they just move on. I am making a name for myself on this server. I'm just saying. Okay. Resist. Awesome. That was insanely fast. Hold up. That was really fast. That was basically a 100% drop chance, no? So next up, I don't think we're ready for Princess yet. I'm gonna be real. I then went back into the mines again, killed Goldtooth with no real challenge as the entire cave was pretty much cleared up until Goldtooth. Got out and made my way to the princess, who was also an easy kill as her 2 adds were already dead. After the scary part of killing these 2 named mobs, I quickly finished all the quests in the logging camp east of Elven Forest. I made my way over to the Knolls on the west side but completed the Jangalode mine quest first, where I would have to go in pretty deep to inspect what was going on in there, when my simple-minded brain convinced me to risk my entire run for a chest guarded by 2 mobs. Okay, I need full mana for this. I cannot do it without full mana. Oh, he's coming back. He's coming back. That's big. That's huge. So I can kill him solo. That's insane. Insane RNG. Sick. Big money. This is expensive. Holy shit. Okay. Kill this guy and then loot the chest and dip. Am I greeting? I'm greeting. I am so greeting. Come on. No. Okay. Open the chest. It's just dog shit. Okay. I halved out of there as quickly as I could and learned how to cook food for myself, saving a little bit of extra money and living out that Fire Mage fantasy even more. Now, all that was left for me to do in Elven Forest were the Knolls, so I went there and completed the collection quest without any major issues until this happened. No. Oh no. Oh no. Please, please leave. Please, please. Please leave. I thought it's over, chat. I thought I'm cooked. Wow, thought you're done. Same. Honestly, same. I thought Hogger needs a little bit more to rear aggro. That was insanely close, but I was also very happy that I survived Hogger. During my short time here, I was also able to reach level 10, which unlocked the entire talent tree for me. Well, at least the fire talent tree. I decided to level the impact talent, as this talent gives all of my fire spells a up to 10% chance to stun the enemy for 2 seconds. This mechanic was pretty much the only type of CC I would have for the rest of this challenge, at least up until level 30, where I would be able to pick up Blast Wave, which is pretty much a worse version of Frost Nova. This made me realize that this challenge might actually be the hardest challenge I've ever done and that it was going to be a wild ride until level 60. Someone in the guild chat is asking me what I'm playing. I'm playing Fire Only Mage, only using red gear and consumes. Okay, I just typed that in guild chat and they called me a sadist and a masochist. I get masochist, but why sadist? Couldn't tell you. I was done here and decided to go after one of the many achievements in the Ultra Hardcore add-on, which would require me to kill the Yeti Vargash in Dunmorrow before I reach level 11. But before I made my way over to the Yeti in Dunmorrow, I decided to run over to the logging camp real quick to pick up our biggest reward yet, the well-stitched rope, which is mainly red, which means we wouldn't get catcalled anymore. On my way to the Yeti quest, I checked out the dungeon rewards and realized that there really isn't a lot of red items in the early levels and dungeons in Classic. I had the Emberstone staff as an option from Captain Greenskin from Dead Mines, but that was pretty much it. This was the moment. If I had any realistic chance of dying, it was right now. I had no wand and only limited amounts of mana, which means I had no leeway of messing this strat up. That's big. Scary. It's getting scary. No. Can't take invites. Okay. We're going places. No. No, not gonna happen. I am not gonna accept it. This is solo. No one will help. Oh, okay. No. I need to hit him. Okay. He can't reset. If he resets, I'm fucked. Okay. Get a hit in. Okay, that was a mistake. We did it. Hey. I turned the quest in and realized that I can't even wear this huge upgrade since the pants are blue colored. So in the trash they go. On my way to Lochmodan, I quickly completed the quest that required me to kill these trogs in the ice cave, which was a pretty easy task. Lochmodan was also the moment where I decided to call it for day 1. Day 2 I started off strong by blasting through... Wait. What am I doing? I think I'm dead. Yep, I'm dead. Yep, I start the stream and the first thing I do is die. Well anyways, it was pretty early, so I decided to run it back instantly and got back to where I was about 3 hours later. Don't worry, we won't repeat everything again, we will just act like this death never happened, okay? Back in Lochmodan I wanted to actually complete this quest. Wait, not again. These guys hurt, these guys hurt, these guys hurt, please die. 1 damage, that's nice. Are you low? You're low. Okay. I'm pretty sure I had at least one guy on the edge of his seat again, didn't I? So, where was I? Oh yeah, I started day off strong by blasting through the collecting quest and making my way to the kobold tunnels, where I would have to collect their ears and 4 miners boxes inside the tunnels, which was honestly one of the scariest and most dangerous areas I've been to yet because of one simple reason. Oh wait, hold up. They have fire shields. I cannot fight these geomancers. They are immune to fire damage. Let's see. Yep. That's the ability I was scared of. Yep. Yep, not gonna happen. Immune. Yep. Well, that's bad. Yep, and he spam casts that I cannot do anything against that mob. Ah, no. Is there any other way for me to deal damage except hitting him with my stick? He's at the entrance of the tunnels. I can... Oh, no. I have to keep killing these vermins for the ears, but I need to get in for the boxes to pick up. So I have to wait for someone to pull that guy. But it's supposed to be ultra hardcore, right? Yes. Luckily, that one mob was killed by someone else eventually, so I was able to get back in and look for the boxes again. Chat, it was fun, but please put the boxes back. No. Oh, Jesus. Yeah, leave me alone. So that part of the cave is now inaccessible. So I just have this spot for the mining gear. Honestly, I might be able to blast him before he casts that thing. Should be enough, right? Oh, he deals a lot of damage though. Oh. Hell yeah. Big box discovery. I cannot kill this guy though, so these boxes are unavailable for me. Unless this guy jumps off and pulls it. What do I throw away? Throw away the tusks. Yes, do it. Yeah. Emotional roller coaster, exactly. Ultra dog. Yep. I finished up that quest and kept collecting all the leftover ears, which is when I made my way back to Thelsama and turned everything in. The next step for me was to go back to Ironforge, level up my tailoring and accepting a mage quest that would reward us with a massive arcane staff, which we couldn't use because it has nothing red on it and even has arcane in its name. Me, as a fire mage, obviously hate anything that is arcane or frost, which means this item is once again trash. Alright, let's fast forward everything we did in Westfall so far. Since every single quest there is pretty clumped up and easy to complete together, I killed every mob that I came across and was able to complete the Defier's kill quest and collect their bandanas, collect everything for a Westfall stew while picking up oats to feed Blanchy. On my way back, I also picked up Furbrow's pocket watch, which he left in his old house that was raided by the Defiers. I wouldn't even need to do this, but I want to show you. You can stand here at the edge of this house and then click this thing to collect the quest item. Dang, Warlag and WoW, exactly. I am actually cheating. Invalid run. Have to restart now. Have to kill my character and redo it. It's just too broken. But now that I had done every single quest, there was only one thing was left. Kill 20 Harvest Watchers. This part really frightened me, as Watchers are one of the most dangerous mobs in the entire game, which is why I really wanted to avoid Westfall as much as possible. Westfall is really one of my least favorite zones in Classic, by far. Some people say it's one of their favorites, and I really don't see it. I can't see it. Everything just kills you if you look the wrong way. It's just depressing fields. The only cool thing about it is the dead mines. That's literally it. I'm also pretty sure that the Defiers castles in Moonbrook are going to blow me up, but that was something to worry about later. It got to a point where these watchers dealt so much damage that I had to fence kite them if my impact talent didn't proc enough to kill him without getting my entire health bar drained. While I was on these fields, I also realized that I had one more quest to complete, which required me to pick up a simple compass from an abandoned house near one of said fields. Anyways, now that I was done, I went back to Sentinel Hill, turned everything in, and since I was running out on quests in both Westfall and Loch Modan, and I really didn't want to go to Darkshore, I made my way to Red Ridge. If you want to see the rest of the story, check me out on Twitch. I might even be live right now, or subscribe to my channel so you don't miss part 2. I hope you guys have a wonderful rest of the day, and I will see you in the next one very soon.